Some quite shocking news has been talked about online today regarding Windham Rotunda, formerly known as Bray Wyatt, without a doubt the hottest free agent in professional wrestling, and his potential debut date for AEW. Now, bear in mind, this comes from the Wrestling Observer and Dave Meltzer, who reported that Rotunda signs with AEW. His likely debut date would be the September 29th edition of Dynamite, which is being held in Rochester, New York, the home city of the late Brody Lee. Also, it was reported if Rotunda does not debut for AEW on that date, he would likely debut for Impact Wrestling on October the 23rd. Now, nobody actually knows the terms of Bray Wyatt's WWE release. We assume he's under a 90-day deal, which would put him to the end of October, making both of those dates completely irrelevant. But it's potentially true he wasn't on WWE television at the time of his firing. He hadn't been for months, so maybe Vince was a little bit slack and agreed to let Bray out of his 90 days early. Maybe. There was also talk around WrestleMania that the only reason Bray Wyatt did the match was as a favour to the WWE and a favour to Vince McMahon. I remember reporting it at the time. So if that was true, potentially that could be repaying the favour, letting him out of that 90-day contract a little bit potentially early. And it would be like life is a circle if Bray Wyatt then debuted for AEW in Brody Lee's hometown. I think that would be a nice touch. But again, it comes very, very soon, almost a month sooner than we expected. So I would take it with a grain of salt for now, but it's definitely something to bear in mind for sure, because AEW could once again be ready to shock the world. Now, we have no idea what kind of gimmick Windham Rotunda will have. Bray Wyatt, obviously, would he go back to the cult leader days? Is he going to be able to use a supernatural kind of character in AEW? Potentially, yes. Will it be The Fiend? I really don't think so. I do think WWE own the likeness of The Fiend, and if they do, then there's no way. So it will have to be something new. But again, watch this space, because I wouldn't be surprised if you want to keep him sweet if Vince would let him keep it. The weirdest thing for me is that final line. He would likely debut for Impact Wrestling on October the 23rd. Now, if you're Impact Wrestling and Bray Wyatt can sign today and is interested in signing, you would bring him in today, surely. You wouldn't wait an extra month later than what AEW would. That doesn't make any sense to me, and that kind of makes me wonder if this report is genuine. If it's just based on rumour or if it's actually based on sources. Very hard to tell, and you got to take what Dave Meltzer says with a grain of salt sometimes, I know. But again, this is something I really want to talk about, because it does indicate that maybe Bray Wyatt could be back in the wrestling world before we know it, which is insane. I can't wait to see Bray Wyatt and what he does next. I've got to stop calling him Bray Wyatt, because it's just habit. I think I've said his name more than I've said my name over the past 2 years on this channel. So it's a little bit complicated, but definitely interesting. And I'm very hyped to see what he does. Genuinely am, and I know you are too. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Peace!